up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're actually going to tear down the 350 small block we bought about a month ago or so. We're going to tear it completely down. The head's already taken off of it, so we actually have to take the pistons out, the crank, the cam, all that stuff. Line them up, mark them up, make sure everything stays in order, and then maybe in the near future we'll send it off and get it checked and bored and hung, whatever needs to be done to clean it up and get it ready to rebuild. So here it is. Got a little extra light in here because it's a little bit dark in the garage. But as you can tell, let's see here. Some of these pistons have a 30 over. And right nowhere on that one. Alright. Some of these pistons, there it is, 30 over. So, some of these pistons have a 30 over on them, so we already know they've been bored over. Basically, we're just going to pull everything else off, break it apart, number everything, get it all lined up, so when we do decide if we can reuse as much as we can, we will use as much as we can. Put it all back together. So hopefully, we'll kind of get a little bit of everything in this video, talk about what I know. I don't know a whole lot. I'm not an engine builder at all. I'm just kind of getting into this as a hobby for me, so bear with me. I don't know it all. So we'll just get to the build. We'll get to the destruction, I guess, technically we should call it. We'll tear it all down. So let's get to it, guys. Alright, so basically what we'll do is we'll start here. We'll pull these three bolts off, and we can get the timing chain off, and then we'll go from there and see about pulling the crank out, the camshaft out. All of the lifters have already been pulled out, so there's nothing interfering and in the way. You can see the cam still in there. These are fairly easy once you kind of break the bolt here. You can undo them by hand. Gloves aren't helping too much, but we want to keep these just in case. I'm sure they might send us new ones whenever you order a new timing chain, but something I'm not 100% sure about, so we definitely want to keep those. And timing chain comes off just like that. Alright, so next step is we're going to start to pull this camshaft out. I'll probably have to get something in there to kind of work it out a little bit, and once I get it worked out, then it probably should just be just turning it and whatnot and pulling it out slowly is all it's going to take. So let's get something in there. So this is probably a big no-no, but this bolt here, star head on it, well, it was stripped out from the previous person who put this together. So what I did was I drilled with a, not drill, but I actually used a grinder and grind a slit in there so I can actually use a screwdriver flathead to actually pry and open it up. So that actually helped out big time. Alright, so we got that, I don't know what it's called, this little plate that goes around here to hold the cam in. But now, it should be pretty simple. We should be able to just wiggle this thing and work my way out with it. So we're going to get that out now. Be a start. Out. Woo! All right, camshaft is now out. Got it out. Wasn't too bad. We're good to go. Not that knocked out. We'll turn this thing over. We'll start marking up cylinders and getting ready to start pulling these pistons out. What we did was we numbered each one of our pistons. So when we actually take them apart, we're going to actually take the cap, rod cap on the bottom, and we'll actually mark those up too and keep them together, kind of bolt them back together, just kind of so we don't lose them. We don't want them to be mixed up either. We want to have everything in the same order when we decide to put all this back together. So we'll take it apart now. So we should have our number one piston at the bottom. So we're going to be able to we'll pull these two bolts off. Get a mallet, tap this. I'm going to get my camera in here. We'll pull these two bolts off. We'll tap that with a mallet before we get the bolts completely off. That way it'll kind of break apart. And then we'll pull the end cap off, and then we'll hopefully get the pistons and slides out the bottom. Should be easy. We got this. You can see the gap here in the cap. It is loose. So what we're actually going to do is we'll go ahead and pull these off. Make sure we catch this piston as it slides out. We'll pull this off, pull that cap off, and we should be able to just tap the end of those bolts right there. Tap the end of these bolts and push that back down. Alright, so it took a little while, but we got the first piston completely out. We're going to go ahead and we'll speed this up. We'll knock all the rest of them out real quick. We'll just do a quick time lapse of this whole thing. That way it's not minute by minute trying to get you each one of them out. So, yeah, just bear with me. This is the first time, like I said, I've ever done this. This is not something that I'm special skilled at or anything. So, let's just finish tearing this thing down. We got all the pistons out now. You can see on the back side here. So now we're gonna start pulling these main caps off one at a time. I marked them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just make sure I put it back in the same spot. Never seen these before, but I think maybe just a long, I don't know, I've never seen it all. Maybe just a long socket can get those. I'm not sure. If not, I can use a wrench possibly. But we'll take those off and see if we can get the crank out, and then we'll be pretty bare. Be awesome. We got all, I already took this one off. We got all the cap bolts loose. We're going to go ahead and pull all these caps off now, and we'll be able to pull the crank out. You know, it sounds that simple, but let's find out. So we ended up getting all the caps off, put all the bolts back in. Everything's loose and ready to come out. Like I said, I numbered them all, so they're all still sitting here. All the caps numbered and ready to go. As soon as I pull the crank out, get it set aside, and then we'll put all the caps back on. Man, we're going to be as bare as we can get after that, guys. So this is freaking awesome. It's looking good. I'm excited. All right. Now that's it. All the caps are off. So this thing's going to come out pretty easy. Just going to have to wiggle it out a little bit. Woo, and it's heavy. There we go. We did it, guys. We did it in, literally I started about 5, probably about 5:30, taking it all apart. But we did it, guys. Cranks out. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is exciting. We're gonna put our caps back on, turn this thing back over. We'll check it out, kind of go through it, make sure, you know, the cylinders don't have any pitting or anything on it, you know. I mean, I think we're gonna be all right. I think there's one bearing that might have fell in there. Could be wrong. But this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. And we might even knock these freeze plugs, pop them in and pull them out. That way when we bring it in there, they don't have to do that. It'll already be set and ready for that. So, dude, I'm so excited. So excited. We got to flip back over. Inside of these cylinders, they look really dirty. They don't look like any pitting or anything in there. Just a little bit of oil from whenever I oiled it up to get it to turn over. But I mean, they don't look bad. So we might be able to actually get away with just a hone. Possibly use the same size pistons, if not the same ones, but I don't know. We'll see what they tell me. All these look pretty good. All the caps are back on. So that's pretty good. And we're talking about knocking these freeze plugs out. I might just wait. They're not that hard to do, but I don't really feel like fucking with it right now. It's getting late, and the Saints are coming on here in, you know, a few minutes. So we're probably gonna end this right here, guys. All right. So good thing is we have all of our pistons lined up in a row, numbered with all of the connecting rods and everything in the caps form, and then we got the full crankshaft here lined up. On the bottom we got the cam, our heads, everything pretty much broke down, guys. I mean, we're ready for a machine shop. We'll call tomorrow, see when we can get a point to go drop this thing off and get this thing knocked out, guys. I'm excited. This is the first like engine rebuild, you know. I mean, I've watched plenty of videos and whatnot online, and it's like, you know, but I mean, you're not just because you watch videos doesn't make you a mechanic or anything. So this is really cool. If I can actually, you know, put all this back together and get it running, man, that'd be freaking awesome, guys. And keep my fingers crossed that everything on this block is in good shape. Try to keep this thing kind of in a budget range. I don't want to spend too much money on it. At the same time, I don't want to have a piece of shit I got to put in the C10, you know. And when that happens, we'll probably pull that 400 out and look at spend a little bit of money and freshen it up, change some seals and whatnot, and possibly putting the Vortex heads in there, cam it, and then maybe turn around and sell this 350. I don't know what we're going to do, but it's always good to have a backup motor. That's the great thing about that. So, but as for now, guys, this is the end of this video. We'll keep you posted whenever we decide. When we bring this to the machine shop and whatnot, we'll let you know what's going on. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so, we get it back and we start putting this thing back together and make a cool little 350 to run the streets with, guys. So this is the end of the video, guys. I'm Nick D. This is the Southern C10. We will catch you next time. Take it easy. Peace out.